LDNRBS.
We're here.
Right. So nice.
I don't know what he was trying to call. You see how he tried to pause for suspension then? We're here and everybody give it up. We have the lovely... Someone introduce our guest with that.
The legendary Jaja Soze. Let's give a clap out here. The legendary. I just want to say that one more time. The legendary. I'm telling you, I have older brothers out here. I know exactly what the situation is. Got South London's Jaja Soze in the building. For anyone that doesn't know, and if they don't know, then shout out to them. Yeah. But who are you?
Jaja in it.
He said raw.
Rapper, entrepreneur.
There we go.
Dad. Yeah. That's Jaja.
I saw your son around here somewhere. He's running around here somewhere too. But I want to take it back because I want to try and get to know you too as a person. For anyone that is an LDNRBS fan too, I want to know exactly them to know exactly who you are too. So
tell us all things Jaja, innit?
Yeah, from the start. Where did everything start?
Right. Well,
let's take it back.
Well, back. Well, back is like Handsworth in Birmingham. That's like the foundation of that's like my foundation.
Okay.
Handsworth.
Were you born in Birmingham?
Yeah, I was born in Dudley Road Hospital.
No way. You're from Brummie.
I'm a Brummie. I'm a foundation Brummie.
You ain't got no accent at all. I'm shocked right now.
But how many years were you in Birmingham?
I was in Birmingham from young. I came to London when I was like 11, 12. That kind of age. So. Yeah.
Oh wow! So it's Southwestern /0121.
Yeah.
Oh
definitely.
Wow! And that is the LDNRBS exclusive. Here, you heard it here first.
Yeah, man. So from Brum, and I went to like in Brixton I went from one like hood to another hood. You know what I'm saying, straight to Brixton, and from there an estate called Angel Town Estate. I grew up in. And that was kind of like a well-known estate. Obviously by reputation at the time, and saying it's getting a bit better now. And from then it kind of like linked up with new friends, and from there like PDC started, and then from there
legendary PDC. I was trying to say
we were actually
we can't just let that one slide.
We were actually near Angel Town the other day. We were near there the other day. Now I didn't like it at all. You know the brother that was trying to chat to you on the road. The guy was trying to chat to her.
Secretly, I have no idea what that is.
It's where we had the event, and that brother was chatting to you.
Brixton,
like, leave me.
Alright, listen, don't hop me out on it. Right, back to you, Jaja. Anyway, Angel Town. So tell us more about PDC for those listeners who do not know what it is.
So PDC, we started out like a crew from Brixton, like mid to early 90s.
That was before I was born. Christ.
That's what I'm saying. So around the 96 kind of eras. I'm saying there was some of the older guys from Brixton started it was called Peel Them Crew. It's a Jamaica Patwa term for Peel Them Robbing. So that's where a lot of older guys in Brixton they kind of like started it, and I kind of took it and ran with it. And then me and my friends we kind of formed together, and it was PDC. It wasn't really a thing where it was put together. It was like it just happened.
Who was the first person to give you like an opportunity to say, you know what, come roll with us? For
like what music wise?
Yeah, you have to clarify it.
Yeah, music wise, it was kind of no one. It was just, I just said, you know what, I was always like jotting down like little music and then writing that. For me, music didn't start like a lot of people like starting to freestyle and all that, and then it's like fun. It didn't start for fun with me. Mine was like more like talking about the struggle and what I was going through, and I was getting in trouble a lot, and I started off with like, so I'm known as a pain rapper. Like they was like, you rap about pain. So that's kind of how I started though. Like it was like a diary. And like, I said I got beaten, I'll go right by I hate my mum, I hate my dad, hate everyone. I started like that with rapping.
So even like back then it was harder to get everything on radio and all of that stuff than it is now. So like, how did you guys even get out there? Like,
radio wasn't. That was a whole nother ball game. Anything to it's
like
radio,
even shows,
TV,
everything.
Shows was hard. Everything was hard. A different ball game. Like it was a you had to hustle basically. It was like hustle, and that's what it was. You just had to sell your own CDs. If you go to a show, you had to kind of like go there early and try and see the promoter or try and squeeze yourself on stage. That was how the scene was. It wasn't like only
no
like
Twitter, no Instagram,
no social network, no YouTube, nothing. So if you're selling, we used to sell the CDs from our rucksacks, go West End, and Yeah, and then because we kind of had a drug background and used to the kind of hustle, we just used that same formula with the music, and yeah, it was like them times back in the days. Westwood and that was like Westwood wasn't playing no UK rappers like that, and just radio wasn't. Everyone used to just love America. Like there was no UK. Was like mad. We were never playing UK songs. Like that was like they had no ratings for UK music at all. Like that's how it was. And we was kind of like there was some others before us. We had like Rodney P and Ty and SAS and there's a few before us that also kind of paved the way. But we came with more of like a bit more hostile, a bit more aggressive. So I was kind of more like, seeing a DJ like, hey bruv, you better play my song, you know.
2 a.m. you better do that thing.
Bruv, like, so we was more kind of like, go to the event and like the DJ playing like, bruv, play this song, like, and they play this song. He's looking like he sees loads of man. Oh shit!
What is there anyone that ever said, "Nah, I'm not, nah"?
Everyone was like, they're playing it.
So also I wanted to say with PDC, when was the first time you actually said, you know what, this thing is getting bigger than even me? We didn't know at first. No, I was, where was I at one time? I must have been, where was I again? I think I was like in Nottingham or somewhere. I was somewhere where that's just cash, and then all these people run up to us and like, hey, PDC, and I was like, we kind of had a road mentality. So it was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Like it was like a bit of like standoff. Yeah, but they was like, oh yeah, we love your stuff and that. What stuff? And they was like, oh yeah, your music, and we was like, oh okay. And then that's when we kind of started knowing that, oh wow, this is getting kind of big. Yeah. And yeah, from then we just started getting shout outs on people, and then we used to get shout outs on radio now and again from some DJs. They weren't playing the songs, but they would shout us out. Yeah. And from that we kind of started saying, okay, he's getting a bit more popular now. Like I'll start going shop and people bibbing their horns, beep 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 beep. And I was like, oh, okay. And that's when I knew that we had done something. Yeah, that's when I knew something was happening. Who did you look up to? Like, who did you think, yeah, they're really pushing the envelope and we can emulate these kind of people? Who did you was inspired by? We was looking straight at America. Yeah, the UK wasn't at the time. The UK was pop. Everything was pop. You had like, what's those called? S Club 7, all that, and Spice Girls, and everything was kind of driven. That was UK. Remember, like, everyone used to see. Anytime you talk about UK, they spoke about Spice Girls, pop, and any pop band, Sugar Babes. Yeah, I mean, that was the UK scene at the time. You don't talk about a rapper when you talk about UK back then. So that was kind of the whole thing, and we just looked at America. Like we used Tupac's, Biggie's, Jay-Z's, Nas.
In that sense, then, did you ever feel like you needed to go to America? Was it ever like, did it run through your mind where you thought, I'm gonna try and see if I can do it there, pop off there?
That's what a lot of my friends went to America. One of the guys I know, Dre, he manages Post Malone now. He's from Brixton as well. Yeah, so he went a long time ago. So I was gonna go, but at the time I had like law problems and that. So I couldn't really go to America at that time. But I've been since then, but at the time I couldn't go.
Of all people, I think you're almost one of the most perfect people to actually ask this question. Right now, we're going through a time where the drill scene is popping off, popping off to a crazy place. But at the same time, it's getting like the industry is almost shunning it at the exact same time, especially the media. How you came up in a time where you got people like So Solid, yourselves, that was completely alienated too. How, from your point of view, how do you see that whole thing? Yeah,
if I was that age now, I'll probably be doing drill, and I'll probably be doing just what they're doing in their generation, because we was doing that in our time. And that's just like, some of them are using, that's what they're going through, and they're speaking about it, and obviously some of them are lying. Like in my time, some people's lying as well. It's always got that, but that's their scene. They've built something, and remember, it's helping some of them. Some are going on tours, and so it's actually helping like families, and it's helping people.
Why do you say, if I was that age now, why wouldn't you release a drill track now?
No, now I want to do drill. That's not really my thing, innit? I don't really like. the way they rap, the style, and now I wouldn't do that now. Like,
that's not your brand.
That's
anymore.
not my kind of style. Yeah, like
here's the thing that I always talk about with drill. I don't know if it has longevity. I know there's a lot of people right now that's going to be sitting there, what are you talking about, Ty, here? But I don't know if it has longevity. Because you came up in a scene that it was a very similar genre, but now you've elevated into more stuff and talking about your actual life. Do you feel like drill has a ceiling?
I think if drill carries on where it is now, like the same kind of like just talking about the same stuff, like stabbing and shanking and going down that same road. If it goes on that road, it will just die out. Because after a while, how much shanking are you going to do?
Well, the media is making it kind of close down, isn't it? That's what they're reporting about now, you know.
Exactly, and it's not all. There are some artists that are just are making some good drill songs. It's not all of them are doing that.
Definitely.
But if it goes on that road, then I don't see. If it carries on down that road, it just will fade out. Like a lot of stuff went like down that road and faded out.
Definitely.
So what are you doing now? Because I know that you got the Brixton recording studios as well.
Sick.
Talk to us about that.
So I got I set up the Brixton recording studios. I've been running that for like around 6 years.
Amazing.
So it's it's like we do private bookings like a normal studio, and I also run a lot of my projects from the studio. I have another company called Indigo Youth, so we do like mentoring and stuff like that, and I do a lot of projects at the studio. So we had a sponsor from the lottery that done one of our grant. They gave us a grant for one of the projects. And I've just done a lot of work with Arts Council and poetry stuff, and helping the young people do music, songwriting, production, alongside a guy that I work with called Sammy Sozo. He's an engineer. So we do a lot of stuff. Because
the thing is, this is how like half of our team is sort of actually we met was in the studio, same sort of thing, youth project. And without these things in place, I don't think a lot of us probably wouldn't really. Yeah, we probably went down a whole different route.
What made you feel like you wanted to go down that route?
When I was coming up and I was coming through the music, just in general, whether it's music business, and when I used to get stuck and I used to needed help or advice, there was never no one for advice. I didn't even know who to speak to. So I always said, you know what, instead of complaining about it, I'm going to make sure that when I get to a certain level, I'm going to provide a platform that people can just come to and get mentoring and just get help. And just that big brother, just that person just there. I'm saying, my studio is actually a studio, but it's more like mentoring. So people come there like, well, Judge, like, well, I'm a bit stressed, like, it's not enough to do with music. So that's what the platform was created for, just to give that big brother kind of thing. I'm saying, so whether to females or little guys or whatever, even people older than me.
So in regards to that, it's quite a difficult question. I would like to know, through your youth, what they do at the moment, is there like a very strong reason to why things are happening at the moment? Because it's quite difficult, because music helped me a lot growing up. It helps a lot everyone. But for now, do you feel like this is definitely... Is it really helping as much as
in society in general? I think there's a lot of contribution. There's a lot of things that contribute to the way society is going in direction it's going in right now. That's the social media, broken family structures, just life in general. There's so much disorganization and kind of chaos in a lot of the institutions that we're run by. And that's probably why I just think that there's a lot of things that are just messed up right now.
And I have to say this too. I have to say this for anyone listening to LDNRBS today too. I've got to say, because I've spoken about drill rap quite a lot. Now, Jaja, you're someone that has come from a place where you needed to hustle to get where you got. But then when you got there, look at how you are now. You help others. So really, with drill, they're trying to get out, but when they get to that next stage, they're probably going to help so many other people. So there's a positive side to it too. Now, I want to talk about South London. South London and yourself. Tell me about that relationship.
Why? No, it's in South London. I'm just like, if you ask someone about Jaja, like, it's like our big brother. I've just got that big brother thing. So I'm probably one of those people I can go to like loads of different areas, whether it's Peckham, Brixton, Clapham, and Fulton Heath, Croydon, and people just look at me as that's big brother Judge, or Uncle Judge. Like, I see people on the road, they're like, "Hey, Uncle, what's happening?"
Real.
That's how it is. It's mad because it's been like that from even when I was younger. People looked at me like that as well. So I think it's just the mentality I have and the way people see me. Like, right, he reminds me of my big brother. Just like it is. So I've always been. That's kind of my relationship with South London. I've always done that, and I've always tried to help as much as I can, especially on the street level.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I remember how hard it was coming up. It was hard. The platforms was non-existent them days. So even platforms like this, this wasn't heard of.
Yeah,
it was literally you had to go on like the Choice FMs and the main station. There wasn't really a lot of proper ones like this where you can just go access to, and there's young people like yourselves.
Yeah.
Back then everyone was old. All the DJs, everyone was old. Everyone was old. Yeah, it was like big people. Yeah, so there wasn't a lot of young platforms. So that's why I've always kind of like made sure that, you know what, if I can give people access to that or help them create those platforms, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's kind of where I've always put my position, and that's my relationship with South London, like that building kind of big brother relationship that I have with South London.
So you've obviously got a lot going on at the moment with your studios and the youth projects that you're doing. What is your vision? I mean, let's talk, you're here now, let's look at 5 years down the line. Where are you seeing yourself?
Well, 5 years down the line, what's one of my main things to do is I want to build resorts abroad. I want to buy land and build resorts. So say for instance, when I came out of prison, I was lost. I felt lost. I felt like there was no help. But I kind of like went straight into deep end and was like, business, grind straight away. Whereas I felt like if I got taken away and got brought somewhere, like say abroad somewhere, and just had to chill out, relax, time out, and a reality check and reflection, talk to someone on a level, and then come back, that would have helped. So I want to build places like that. So those are kind of my long-term goals that I want to get involved in, big projects on that kind of level, where I can help and inspire a lot of young people to then build themselves. It's like they say you can bring the horse to the water, you can't make it drink the water, but so I'm going to make sure, okay, I can bring you to the water. I'm saying to you, so that's the kind of platforms, that's where my direction's always been, to build. I always say I'm like an architect. That's why I see myself as an architect, whether it's in the creative form in general, music, books. That's my thing.
What's been the most fulfilling thing in your whole career thus far?
Do you know what makes me like happy? Like it's like seeing, like, say for instance, someone like Sneakball, for instance, like before anyone knew him, and I'm in my house with him talking, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna make it. And now I'll be chilling one day and he's on telly. Like that's dope. And like people like George the Poet, before he blow, I'm saying he come and check me, and me and him are speaking, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, yeah, trust me, I'm gonna do it. And then I see him on the telly, and he's like in the Queen's Buckingham Palace, and I'm like, so things like that, that makes me happy, like knowing that I kind of inspired those journeys. I'm saying to you, so a lot of those, that's kind of that kind of does it for me.
And you're so for the community. I mean, literally, that's the vibe I get from you. Why are you so much for the community? You know, growing up, would you say you grew up more in London or grew up more in Birmingham?
In London.
So growing up in London, in South London, with all of the, you know, your surroundings and everything, why are you so kind of for the community?
I think it's because I was very observant growing up, and I just didn't see. I saw, you see gaps, like that should be there. Why is that not there? And I was that little you. I just think, wow, why is that not there? Like, why is that not happening? Like, if that was there, we wouldn't be here. Like, I saw that from a young age, and so I used to always say, you know what? I wish I could do that. And as I got older, you know what? I'm going to do that. And that's why I'm like how I am. It just stayed. It's my character.
What stops you from going back, like backsliding to the past or other things? You know, like some people get stressed thing and they go back. Like, what stops you and what helps you stop going back?
Because a
lot of people do. I mean,
of course, every day.
Like, even from experience from friends or whatever. And when you grow up around certain areas, you're always going to see the same faces. But it's like,
not easy. Every day you get that every day. Like, I've had days when I've like, that's it, I've given up. That's it. I'm going back to the road. I'm going to start shotting. I'm going to start robbing. I've had enough. Forget everyone. I've had enough of everyone. Like, that's it. I'm going back to old judge. And then when you go back to thinking about it, like, really. I'm gonna go all the way back there. That's that dark place. That's not the one. And it happens all the time. It's like when you first come from the road into like business and that, and then you're working hard. Like, it's not even 9 to 5, and it's like 9 till 12 in the night. And then at the end of the month, you got like £300. You're like, what? I just done all this for £300. Are you mad? And on the road, I would get that in an hour. So you're adapting to that, and I think that is a beautiful thing. Being able to adapt to that and then make that grow. So that £300 turns to 10 grand. That 10 grand turns to 100 grand. Watching that grow is a beautiful thing. And I think that's what kind of always inspires me to know that, you know what, I'm not going to be defeated. I'm one of those people that, you know what, you're you're not defeating me. Like dark energy ain't defeating me.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's
and obviously, you know, you're a dad.
Yeah.
That must play quite a big.
Yeah, of course. That's the thing. Obviously, I want my kids to have certain opportunities I didn't get. I'm saying to you, so I want them to. It's not easy. A lot of people they always moan, this didn't happen to me, that didn't happen to me. So instead of me moaning, I'm saying I'm just gonna make sure other people have the opportunity, with my children or people around me, get to have that opportunity, get to go to nicer places from a younger age. Don't have to wait till you're like 40, 31 and to go to a nice holiday. You can do it from your young kid. So that's what it is. It's just like, well, make sure someone else can have that opportunity. It doesn't have to always be yourself. You just have to create something so someone else can do it, and that will make me happy seeing that they got the opportunity.
That's that Tupac energy I'm hearing right now. When you said most definitely spark a brain that moves on.
Do you miss doing music?
I've got an album coming.
Wait, is that another exclusive right here?
Is that an exclusive?
I got an album coming. So what? I got an album. I finished it around a month ago. So it's sounding nice.
Are we gonna get a little name drop?
Yeah, right.
Even just one. Even just one. It's LDNRBS. We ain't getting that. He said it from early. He was like, nope.
Any features? Anything?
So I got a couple of features on there. Some nice features. Yeah. So but it's all from a lot. There's a lot of singers on there because the album's very mature. The album's very mature. It's talking about it's kind of talking on the topics we were speaking about, but it's very a mature album, and it's kind of like it's mature mixed with street. So that's kind of what I've done with it. I mixed it up a little bit, and that's gonna come out early next year. Amazing. And then with that, I got my book that I've just finished. So my book will be out next year as well. That's called The Power of Love. That's exclusive for you. So no one doesn't know that. I'll say it to you.
Hey, took me back a little bit. Jaja's progressing out here. Damn.
Honestly.
Whoa. Now, also, one of the things that I always do every single show is jump on people's Twitters.
Yeah.
I jump on people's Instagram. I want to see what they're saying. I want to see what when they're alone by themselves. I want to see what they're tweeting about. There was a few stuff I had to just overlook and can't say on air. But other than that, we got when you're around people and all they do is take pictures and record themselves constantly to upload onto their social media. Sometimes I just feel like taking 2 steps back and release the spinning bird kick on them. Mad. Talk to me about that.
You know what it is, yeah? Especially when you come from an old school generation. Like I will be in a room, so I come to check you. I just come to check you. I just come to speak to you.
Yeah.
Your brethren's over there, and I'm looking around and I'm filming. I'm alive. Bruv,
man,
like we're having a private conversation, and I'm just under.
You definitely would not like me.
Yeah,
you definitely would not like me.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, okay, there's times for that and there's times for private. Like,
of course,
like if you're gonna do that, you say, well, excuse me, look, I'm on the live thing, boom, boom. So you kind of mind what you're saying.
Old school way.
Yeah, but see if you just got someone that's talking randomly and you're filming them, that's peak.
Crazy.
And I think that's kind of where I was going with that. You know, I'm on the road and people are filming. The other day I was at coming to a sports shop and the guy was just walking around filming. I'm saying, bruv, I don't want to be on your thing.
Oh man,
it's random.
Crazy.
Yeah. I love me a cheeky boomerang, to be honest.
Crazy. We've got another one here. Not everyone is your friend. Most people you got to keep it just hi and goodbye.
Yeah. That's real.
Talk to me about
that's
that.
Real. You know what it is? Yeah, a lot of people they just think that everyone's supposed to be a friend, and it's not. That's not the case. Not everyone's gonna be a friend. Some people are literally just gotta say hi and go bye. That's it.
So
you gotta keep it moving. It's not everyone that has to be a friend. And a lot of a lot of the young people I mentor, they're always like, oh, why didn't that person do that for me? Why? I'm saying, but why? Well, that's not your friend. They don't have to do nothing for you. Like that's literally hi and goodbye. But they think because you said hello to him, now he's your friend and he signed a contract and he has this agreement. He has all these things that he has to do with you now. No, it's not that. Hi and goodbye. Everyone's your friend.
So let's bring it back to the music. Who do you listen to?
I listen to like old school music, and I listen to
but who?
Like, wow.
Yeah, say the names. I want to know.
I listen to a lot of the music. I listen to a lot of reggae as well. I'll tell you what I've liked lately of Chronics. I like a lot of Chronic stuff. I like a lot of Chronics.
Bristol Massive.
I listen to like a lot of like mixed jazz. Bob Marley,
Peter
Tosh. Obviously, Peter Tosh is one of my favourites. I'm saying because he's had a revolutionary thing to it as well. He weren't just like an artist. He had that little revolution to him as well, and a lot of soul. A lot. I've just what's that girl that she made a song the other day. Boo.
LMA. Can we give him some love for the LMA.
I've been playing the song all day, so
Thank
I
you.
understand.
Thank you.
I like that.
We all slept on LMA, man.
Yeah, no, she's not to be slept on. She's dope.
Yeah,
so yeah, man. So yeah, I'm more. Yeah, my collection's kind of like that. It's kind of very soulful and
so no grime, no rap, no drill.
It's mad. I don't even listen to none of that. Any new songs, I'm like, you have to show me. Like, and that's how all the songs I know is because someone show me. Like, not really. I don't go home and play those musics. Like, it's not my vibe. I'm more like, it has to be saying something. I'm like that. Yeah, that's what
has to have a message.
Yeah.
So I am happy to say we had the legendary Jaja Soze in the building. Let's give him a clap out here.